So today I'm going to get into the LeBron James, Draymond Green going back and forth between who started the super team and who was a part of a super team. And even though I have no problem with what Draymond Green is saying, I consider that trolling. And let's not forget, LeBron James, after he came back from a 3-1 deficit, he trolled the heck out of the Golden State Warriors all the way up until his Halloween party. If you don't know about that, I'll put the link down in the description for you to read about, but that's pretty much irrelevant in this video. So I have really no problem with what they've been talking about. I know LeBron James just recently responded to what Draymond said. Okay? So I'm also going to be talking about the league revenue and how that's skyrocketed ever since LeBron James joined the Miami Heat, as well as how the Las Vegas Casinos play a big role in this as well. Okay? So first of all, I want to get into the 2003 Lakers. Okay? And when LeBron James mentioned the 2003 Lakers, I thought that was kind of funny because of the fact that he said this was a super team. And even though it was a potential super team, it never panned out. They were the odds-on favorite to win that year. Okay, when they joined with, when Gary Payton joined, lastly. But Karl Malone was well into his 40s. Okay, he was he was 40, I believe, or late 30s. Okay, and then Gary Payton was well past his prime as well. So, all in all, you still need talent to make any type of noise, to put out a show, okay, on the court. You still need the talent and the chemistry. So that is why this team never panned out. And a lot of people might say this narrative was broken, but what people don't understand is just because the narrative was broken, if this was the narrative, the league still made money on the Lakers because of the fact that they were drawing attention, they were drawing hype, and they were drawing an audience to watch the Lakers during that year and all of the regular season. Okay, so the league was making money, and the way the Las Vegas Casinos made money was by tricking people into betting on a team that really shouldn't have been this heavily favored. Okay, they should never have been that heavily favored with two guys that were well past their primes. So they fooled the public on this. Okay? So that is what Vegas does when they predetermine these odds. Alright? It's always going to benefit the house at the end of the day. So for people to say that Las Vegas cares about where these players are going, it's pretty silly to say, because the casinos and the sports books don't care about where these players go. All they care about is benefiting and making money on teams that weren't supposed to win. Okay? Teams that people think are going to win, so they set the odds congruent to how the public views them, and then they ultimately lose, and then that's how they rake in all these millions of dollars. Okay? That's why with the Golden State Warriors this year, okay, they were a big favorite. Okay, so they had talent. They had chemistry. They were the favorite. They were a big favorite to win. Okay, and the casinos knew that. All right? So, I talked about the 2003 Lakers. Now I'm going to go to the 96 Rockets. This one's going to be very brief because it was very similar to the 2003 Lakers. Both Clyde Drexler and Charles Barkley were well past their primes already. That is why this super team, this potential super team, didn't pan out. Okay? Now, in 2012, this was the most recent super team, in my opinion, that didn't pan out. Okay? And this was a team that I think LeBron James forgot to mention. When Dwight Howard joined forces with Kobe Bryant on the Lakers, this was supposed to be the team when they had Steve Nash, Ron Artest, and Paul Gasol. Steve Nash ended up getting hurt. Dwight Howard didn't agree and see eye to eye with Kobe Bryant or the team. All right? And this team never panned out. Okay? So, like I was mentioning, you still have to have talent and chemistry to make things work. Now, this was the year when Chris Paul joined the Lakers, and it got declined by the league. So that is why I think a lot of people are just reading too much into this stuff and just accusing the league, of why, of these narratives not panning out, okay? And even though I do believe on certain levels this stuff is rigged and scripted, I just think people are just trying to strategically plan this stuff out too much, and that's what's getting them in trouble, okay? Because if it was truly scripted and strategically planned out like most people are saying, why did this Chris Paul trade get declined? I'd like somebody to do some gematria on why the Chris Paul trade got declined and why this potential super team never panned out. All right? Now, I'm going to go into the LeBron James and Kevin Durant comparison. But first, I want to talk about the total league revenue and how the league benefited ever since LeBron James joined the Miami Heat back in 2010. So before 2010, between 2007 and 2010, the league hit a plateau, okay? There was a big plateau here where the league wasn't going up in revenue. They were going up slightly, but not by much. After LeBron James joined in 2010, that is when the league skyrocketed, and I believe this was in the stars for the league and for LeBron James because they ultimately made the most money during that time, okay? Now, LeBron James joining in 2010, let's not forget, he didn't win a championship his first year he went to the Miami Heat. He lost to the Dallas Mavericks. So, in my eyes, I think Kevin Durant, okay, Kevin Durant should be more highly scrutinized now than LeBron James, but I don't think that will be the case anytime soon because of the fact that LeBron came out with the decision. So, in my eyes, I don't think this was his decision. I don't think it was his decision to come out and go nationally televised and alert people and the public that he was going to go to the Miami Heat and throw that party. I don't believe that was his idea. Okay? And the reason why I don't think Kevin Durant is heavily scrutinized is because of his personality. I think he's more of a likable person. LeBron James is more of a cocky person, okay? In my eyes, LeBron James just has that aura about him. And I think that is the reason why they wanted to make him the face of the NBA. Because of that reason. And also because of his journey that he was going to have to go through back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I thought that was all in the stars for LeBron James and for the league ultimately to make the most money from this individual. Okay? So, like I said, I don't think that was in Kevin Durant's character. And let's not forget, like I said, Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors when they already had a system in place, okay? All he had to do was come in and contribute to the Golden State Warriors, to a team that already had a system and already had chemistry. LeBron James lost his first year and had to rebuild, and they didn't have a system back then. The Miami Heat didn't have a system. Okay, and that just shows by him losing the first year. And whether that was scripted or not, like I said, for his journey to come back and join the Cavaliers, that really is up in the air because I do believe that was a marketing tactic by the league, okay, all in all. But I covered the total revenue here. That is the reason why the league skyrocketed way after that, all the way up until now, where the Golden State Warriors have become relevant. So that's why they've gone up even more. Okay? The only exception was this 2011-2012 season, okay, when the league hit that collective bargaining agreement and they went into a lockout where they played only 66 games, okay? They started the season on December 25th, okay? So they played way less games, so that explains the decline in revenue during that period. But ever since then, ever since LeBron joined in 2010, the league has been making money, okay? And it's gone up. So that's basically all I wanted to cover in this video. But let's remember that the Las Vegas casinos do not care about where these players are going, okay? All they care about is making money. At the end of the day, they make the most money when they get equal action on both sides, okay? And they're happy with that, all right? Most of these odds are predetermined, okay? And it's going to benefit the house in the long run. And that is what gets people to bet on certain sides, okay? They trick people into betting on the way they want people to bet, okay? And that's what ultimately benefits them. And they use these hype narratives, okay, that come out on ESPN, okay? These narratives that is shown to us, the public, and that is how ultimately they make most of their money. So I'm going to go deeper a little bit into that in another video, how conspiracies and Vegas don't mix and things like that, and how it's two different situations. But that'll be in another video. So thanks for watching this one. I'll be back with another one. Keep sharing my videos, and I'll see you then.